Hello, everybody. My name is Jelena Vuksanovic, and this is Laleh Hancock. And we wanted to talk about few themes, and one of them is business done different. Talk a lot about you communicating with the businesses. So this is super interesting. This is not coming also from like how you deal with the business normally. So can you say something about that?
Are you telling me not everyone talks to their business every single day? Yeah. So for me, I realized a long time ago that I'm not the business and the business is not me. However, there was the consciousness of something that gave me the idea of bringing it alive with my energy and then adding other people's energies to allow it to grow and create the way it wants to create on the planet. So, whether it's Global Wellness for All or Bella Pimo or Laleh's Closet or whatever else, like I literally talk to each one before getting out of bed every day.
Mhm.
They don't talk like their voice is not like, hello, Laleh.
Hey, come here.
You start to perceive the information. Or like, for example, I was like, every day is day one for me. So I clean the slate before I go to bed. I am super grateful for everything that got created, like those difficult moments, those happy moments, those growth moments, those moments that things didn't go well, because we're learning from all of it,
Yeah.
And then when I go to sleep, it's done. Like all of those things are a clean slate. And I start with, who or what would you like to add to you today, business? Because then I'm allowing the business to communicate through other things what it really desires. And for example, today, when I asked, there was some legal things. I was meeting with the lawyer to talk about some more logistical things that we need to put in place, because I'm not putting a business in place for today. I'm putting it for today and the future. So what are things to be aware of? What are things I need to make sure that we have more information on before we actually decide which direction we're going? So if you're willing, your business talks to you all day long. The question is, are you listening? Are you perceiving the information? Because if you get any ideas for the business, even if it's a product or service or a new accounting system, that's actually the business communicating with you.
Can you give example of Laleh's Closets and what happened the other day with this sponsorship? Because this is really good example because you told me the whole process, how you were asking what's needed and then what like actualized. So can you just say, because sometimes can be kind of abstract if you say, hey, I'm talking to my businesses and they tell you and everybody are like, what the hell she's talking about. So maybe if you just can give example to kind of make it closer.
Yeah. So for example, Laleh's Closet is just been really funny in the different things it would like to have for men, women, children, pets, and homes. And each day I feel I have a new adventure with Laleh's Closet. It's kind of funny, actually. So 2 days ago or 3 days ago, I was just asking some questions of like, okay, we have these beautiful masks, and what are different ways we can get the masks out in the world? And not just sell one at a time. Yes, that's it. We can do that. We already have that on lalehscloset.shop. But working with people that we can do mass production of the masks. And these masks are amazing. They're eco-friendly, sustainable. They are washable and wearable, and they have a little bag. Like there's all these great things that come from them. Plus they're pretty. You don't have to wear an ugly mask. So a friend of mine said, Laleh, I need to introduce you to someone. And I was like, cool. She's like, let's have lunch. And I was like, okay. So yesterday I went to their house for lunch. And what was funny is I was asking, what can I bring? Because you're going to go into someone's house, you're going to bring a gift. Should I bring chocolate, wine, whatever? What should I bring? And the awareness was bring a mask. Now, I knew nothing about this woman I was going to meet. No clue. I just knew, she's an incredible person in Portugal and very influential. And when I when I was looking at the masks, I was like, okay, so which one? Because we have like 10 different ones to choose from. And I got this one that says, just smile. And I was like, okay. So I put it, in a beautiful Laleh's closet bag, and I brought some extras for my other friend. And I arrived, and it turns out my friend was wearing her mask, and she was wearing the one that said just smile as well. And then starts to introduce me to people. And I realized this woman has a golf tournament. She has like the biggest golf tournament for women. And she has this event coming up in a couple of weeks. And it turned out the masks would be perfect for their tournament. So, it didn't look like the way I thought it did. But then once we started to talk, we're actually customizing the mask for her logo. Like it went from a gesture of thank you so much for including me in your lunch to this business possibility. But it's not just about business because I'm going to go speak at the tournament, but it was one of the magics and the gifts that came out of this is also with business.
Yeah.
I met three other incredible women from different parts of life that will be able to collaborate and do other things. We had an incredible lunch. We got to look at the garden, which I love trees in the garden. So, like, it just became from one ask showing up in such a different way than you can imagine. But now we're able to grow different businesses. It opened up an opportunity for me to actually become a speaker at an event as well, another event. So it really was like multiple businesses bringing this possibility together. And then it's not just about benefiting me, it's about benefiting all of us as the oneness of the world. Like these masks, a portion of the money actually goes to actions for futures, the actions you take today for today and tomorrow, and force for futures, which is about planting trees. So, and getting so much more in the world. It's not just about planting trees, but like it ended up being that it had these like domino effect of contribution,
Yeah.
of giving, receiving. And I left so happy because now I get to be part of something different.
Yeah. That's really great. And like I ask you, so can somebody go and just play in this tournament? And you're like, no, you have to be invited. Alrighty.
There's 90 women who come from all sorts of places. And, they're part of a group that does this multiple times a year. So it's not just, yeah, I don't know how to say it. I think it just shows you we never know where the possibilities are.
Yeah.
I would have said no to the lunch. I would have missed out on so much, not just a lunch, an amazing lunch, great food, great company, great conversation, but also the different ways that we each touched each other's lives, getting to know each other and, the futures that we'll be able to create working together, or playing together. I haven't played golf in years, but it got me thinking yesterday, oh, I may want to play golf again.
Yeah, that's really like I ask you, like, do you play golf? Because you should be there. And I wanted to like say just the thing that you said now, how if you didn't go to this lunch, etc. In the last period, I've been choosing sometimes so many irrational things that brought me so much more, and I couldn't even imagine what my choice was, but it opened up so many incredible stuff, and it's been really magical. So yeah, I mean, I'm also grateful for you and that you showed up in my world because this opened a lot of new